Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. Today we have a great, super cool specialist, Backend Python developer, IT-blogger, mentor, author of the luchanos Balabol IT community, and your semiconductor to the IT world. And it's about Nikolai. Nikolai, can you tell us more about yourself?
Thank you, Daria. Thank you to having me today. And a few words about myself. I'm a former biomedical engineer. I had been graduated from Bauman University in Moscow at 2014. And after that, I found that that's not my way to be biomedical engineer. And I tried to study Python language. And since 2019, I am a backend Python developer, and I have my own YouTube channel, luchanos channel, and there you can find a lot of materials about Python, about other technologies, about some soft skills which you need to grow in yourself if you want to be a good IT specialist. And I enjoy to learn new languages. I enjoy to learn new technologies, build my community with my subscribers to help each other and to improve all of IT area, let me say.
Oh, it sounds amazing and great. Thank you so much, and nice to meet you. The first, I want to, before we start, I want to get to know each other tell. And I want to ask about yourself. For example, you can imagine as if you are at the presentation, how you tell about yourself depends on whether you will be hired or not. You can joke. For example, I can start. My name is Daria. I'm tester and I'm testing mobile application, application. And I'm already in IT, but without a job. And What about my dream? My dream is work a big company remotely at the same time, learn Java and sit with a business like look with a MacBook in Starbucks. Anna, you can start. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Anna. I'm from Odessa. I I switched to IT a few months ago, finished project manager course, and started to work. I started from one work, then I gained another one, and now I have this the project on a part time. I enjoy it, and I really try to improve my English, and I see big difference from the start of the year when I only started to talk, started to attend the English speaking classes, and now I really see how much I improved. And I want to continue, and I thank you for Dari and also to Luchanos because I visited both of your speaking clubs, and that really helped me a lot.
Oh, thank you so much, and really same amazing sounds. Nikolai, tell us about yourself. Like if you it's a presentation, and maybe what about your dream when you was without not in IT, and what about your dream, and what your thing?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's imagine that I'm a Nikolai 4 years ago without job, and I can say that hello, my name is Nikolai, and I want to be future Python developer. I'm really interested in IT industry. I enjoy writing some lines of code in Python. I enjoy some things according to databases and system design, and I want to improve my skills. I want to improve my English because I understand how it's important in modern life. I want to go abroad and find the majesty and the excellent job in some sort of country, maybe in Spain, because my dream as you asked me, I can say that my dream that I want to live on Tenerife, it's Canary Islands in Spain, and I I try to get new knowledge. I try to get new people around me and improve my networking. So that's why I'm here. I want to make my grammar. I want to make my speaking skills sharper. And thank you very much for inviting me here.
Oh, it's really sounds great too, because it's really a good start for discussion about the topic. But the first, Tartaletka, what's your name? And hello.
Hello, my name is Sasha.
Sasha, nice to meet you. Tell us about yourself, maybe a little bit.
I QA engineer in company promotion. I reading about this IT group, and I don't know about speaking this, but I want to get new experience maybe.
Okay, now we are discussing about topic. It's why people wanted to work in IT. And the first question for discussion, it's what motivates you to switch to IT, or money is not as the main motivation. And Nikolai, what do you think about this question?
I think, according to my experience, I got that needs 5 or 6 years ago when I found that I have no inspiration anymore from my current job that time, and I understand that I need to find more intelligent and more harder for my brain job, and that of it's not about money. It's about that I don't want to have business trips anymore. I didn't want to have business trips anymore, and I didn't want to handle with heavy devices. And I told myself once that I want to be person which use only laptop during my job during his job responsibilities. So for me, motivation number one, it was that IT specialty, it's intelligent, intelligent job. The second one, it's about that there are no business trips. Okay, number three, it's I think it was an influence of my society, because a lot of my friends at that time, they were in IT specialty, and I was I was in this environment when everybody spoke about IT, and that was number three, to be on the same vibes with my friends. And okay, number four, it's about money, and year by year I understand more and more actual, because salary goes up and up. That's
Okay.
it.
Thank you. I understand what about you say, Anna. I see you want to say something.
Like about my path to IT, you mean? Describe
Okay.
why I prefer.
Okay, the first, for example, for many people, the really general motivation, it's really money, and it's a really different experience for everyone. And for you, Anna, what about you? What is your motivation to switch to IT sphere?
First of all, I'm lawyer, and by my education, I'm lawyer, and this sphere, like. Involves a lot of bureaucracy, and you need to have a lot of money to succeed. Like it's hard to gain nice positions due to your skills, like due to your experience. It's very hard to grow there. You need to put a lot of efforts, but you don't have like a lot of money. It takes years. So I just don't like how the sphere works. And I have, my husband is working in IT for already 8 years, and I always know from all advantages of this sphere. And I also like that it allows you work from any place on a world, like you need only laptop. And I also love English. I love talking to foreign people, learn new cultures, meet different new people. So working with English, I really appreciate, because when I was a lawyer, I already had a nice English level, but I forgot it, because for lawyers, you don't need it. Like in Ukraine, you just don't need it on your everyday basic, and I hate that I forgot it. And thanks to IT now, again, I started like reload it. And also the most important in IT sphere, everything is up to you, up to your skills. If you really want to succeed, you just need to go to extra courses, you need to learn some new knowledges, try yourself, and you can really succeed in a short period of time, and you can make better salary than your parents ever did, and it's only like in few months you already can have really high salary. And what if to do it all your life? It's very, and of course this sphere, it's more than like you're never gonna be without work. In future, the sphere gonna only become wider, more working places, more different technologies, and you will be always with work. There's not happen to you that ChatGPT gonna, but in some ways, like ChatGPT can help. But I mean, like you can't be replaceable. So it's very interesting, and I love that it happened. Thanks to my husband. Show yourself.
Good answer, and I can understand you, because my husband also Java developer, and I can understand you. And but now still I don't hear about motivation, only money. And Alexander, yes, Alexander. What is your motivation to switch to IT?
Okay, I have a bad English, and
You can try.
I don't know, but money is motivation for all people. If you work, you want to get money, and money is first motivation. All people, because it's first what you need. And but IT, it's no, it's new technologies and new profession. You all time get new information and meet with new people and get new learn. I don't know.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all.
Okay, thank you so much for your opinion.
Can I also add, like I wanted to add that also IT sphere really difficult from other post-Soviet Union spheres like medical, law, some others, because here people are really appreciated. Like your CEO, your chef really treats you good. Like they interested for you to stay. They interested for you to grow. Like they would listen to you if you, like, in general. Of course, it would be different. Like could be different cases, but in general, people really want that, care about you. They send you like little presents on holidays from company. I mean, you have corporate events, you have lectures with psychologists, for example, in my country. Company compensate English and sports, and this really, like, people are valuable. people mean something to company, and they really try to hold people, because if a person good specialist and he doesn't like to work in some countries or some company, he can switch easily, like so easy, go and find 10 another companies. So CEOs, bosses, they really care about people. They wanna, like, okay, do you like your project? You don't like? Okay, we see your, we understand you. We don't want you to struggle. We want to find you something better, or we're gonna pay over переработки, overtime.
Overtime,
Yeah, you're gonna pay your overtime. So it's very different from law system, from court, where people really means nothing, and working sphere is really unhealthy. Like, people are invite, jealous, a lot of rumors. I don't like that. But in IT, in general, I don't say in every company, like, it's all depends on people. But usually people are smart, intelligent, and they behave like intelligent people, and the atmosphere is really friendly and healthy. So besides money, there are really a lot of different advantages. So money, of course, first of all, because of money, but there are really a lot of different advantages. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, I agree with you, because but before you not in IT, and you now you don't know what is sphere, what is sphere, and maybe I hear about toxic sometimes in different companies, but really it's different. But for me, why I switch and motivate, really, what about money? But it's not number one reason. For number one, it's for me. Number one, it's really you want good specialist. You really can create for a community really interesting things, and you really create more things. You really influence to quality for about me, and I hear about IT because around me, my close people, it's my husband, my friends in IT, and I hear about it. And before, maybe for 4 years, I think not technical specialist, not for me. It's really difficult, and maybe как это сказать, со временем.
With some time.
With sometimes, yes, I understand. Yeah, I can, and now I hear with you guys, and also I'm glad to see you. Okay, Nikolai, I have a question for you. How experienced specialist, it's about how to understand who you are in IT and if you are not in IT, because how you can understand what can like for you and not maybe like for you, how it's understand.
I think, according to my experience, it was really hard to understand who I was in IT, my possibilities to become a specialist, because my request to my life at the time was something like, hey, I don't care about any position in IT. I need any of them. Because of my friends, they told me that, hey man, you just need to seize this opportunity, no matter which position it would be, just it's QA or developer, or maybe it's system analysts. They don't care about that. They told me that you need to seize this opportunity, and after that, day by day, you would understand which way you want to go on in IT. But now I know that there are a lot of courses, a lot of materials, a lot of professional consultants who could help you with your professional orientation and tell where you can realize yourself as much as it's possible. For example, if somebody enjoy to develop some sort of artificial intelligence, it's about machine learning. If you enjoy to proceed some sort of big amount of that data, of course you can go to big data and be some sort of data engineer or data analyst, or maybe you want to work as a data science. So it's easier to understand now who you want to be, but the first thing you should do it is to be sincere with yourself. You should understand what you don't want to be involved in. I mean that if you are precisely understand that big amount of data it's not for you, you want to be like a person who write lines of code for solving some business tasks in first line of front, let me say, and you enjoy to work with some design elements on website. Of course it's about front-end developing, but if you much more enjoyable in databases, in some system design, it's all about IT industry. I can say that about me in the past time, my answer is I just tried to find even teeny opportunity to seize it, and now I understand that if you want to understand who you possibly are in IT, you could find a lot of people, for example, at LinkedIn, and ask them from different specialties, and you can ask them what you can say about your job, pluses, minuses, and of course you can link in the internet and find short descriptions of each profession and main thresholds, main points, main bullet points, what you should do. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much for your opinion and experience, what to say. And it's really interesting because really it's really true. Try, and you really when you're starting, you really cannot understand what's really interesting for you, and you can lost many time if you will be study in your professional and maybe как это сказать, опять же, some time, спустя время, you can understand it's not interesting for you, and you will be sad, and you will be bad, and yes, really, it's really good a method, maybe. Try. But what about Anna? Can you tell about how you understand that project management? Yes, project management. It's really good for you. It's really interesting for you, and how you understand who you are in IT.
My husband, as I told already, and he knows my personality, and he told me that Anna, only manager. No, you're not gonna for you it's gonna be not too hard, I believe that I can learn everything, really. I tend to believe that if I dedicate a lot of time, with discipline, will learn new things, I can do code, I can be a tester. But just I love people, I love communication, and for me it's like I takes energy from it. And he just told me that if you're gonna be all the day with your computer doing this code, it's gonna be boring for you, and you really need something where a lot of communication, because I'm blah 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 person. But to be honest, when I started to learn project management, you need to know a lot of technical base. And when I started to learn it, what is some HTTP with different languages. Now my company is specialized on testing. And when I talk to these people, I realized that I could be easily tester. Of course, I must dedicate time to learn, but I can also do this job, so it's not a problem for me. And I'm looking and maybe I should try. So, but that's my personality. I'm really interested in everything. For now, I'm okay with management, but And thanks to my husband, because I wouldn't choose by myself. I was really, I was all the time hesitating between, Dari, between the business analyst and project management. And one guy who is experienced project manager, he told me that business analyst, he doesn't have such challenges in his work, like all this project deadlines, different people, you need to manage this all. And that's what I like, actually. I don't want to be my work boring, but for this business analyst, you more like you just need to create the requirements, and that's it. You are not going to work with the team. You're just like a member of the team. But project manager is kind of like leader, coordinator, helper. So I'm really good at communicating with people. So I think I'm on the right place for now. But who knows in future.
Okay, it's really good answer. And what about here before? It's really different experience, but it's really good for good specialist. And what say Nikolai, what say Anna? It's about your make choice. It's influence. At how would say. What's interesting for you, what you like, it's really it's really good for you in the future. And Alexander, what you can say about how you understand who you are in IT, and how you understand that testing it's really like for you.
It's interesting history, but I don't know can I right say about it. But I working in Rosguardia in first time, and I have a good communication with my teacher in college, and he recommend me new work, QA engineer, and in this time I first it was my first time when I узнал when I learn about his specialty, and I reading about it.
Да, есть в этом контексте better known.
Сложно.
Find out.
Вот. And I reading about it, and go to meet, собеседование, не уверен, как сказать, to meet. Interviews, okay. And I talk with owner his company, and he take me test задание. Вот. I task, yes. I try make it, and I can do maybe 80% is task, and he meet me to work. And I working, I reading about how testing and more. And after half year, I was I got raise, повышение, не знаю.
I get promoted, можно сказать. I get promoted. Меня повысили.
I get promoted, and I was project manager. I was QA engineer and project manager, and I working in this work 2 years, and совмещаю QA engineering and project management.
Combine. Wow, interesting.
Thank you.
Yes, and I прохожу курс about project management, and I ending course about QA engineer, automation, Phyton, and the sort of thing.
And what do you tend to stay at QA or management?
I think it's me interested in more QA automation engineering.
Why?
But I like communication with people, and project management to me is good experience, and I like it.
It's just like it for you. I mean, about QA automatization, you really like maybe writing code for automatization testing, and how you understand, okay, in process when you started working in IT, how you understand that you like for you. Just understand.
I think yes. I learned programming in college, and I don't like it. It's so difficult for me. And I have a teacher. She has maybe 60 years, and she not give new knowledge, знания. Вот. And when I study in course, I learn Python, and I like it. In college, I learn C#. And after I end this course, I go to project management, and it's Geekbrains, and I buy development. But after 3 months, you can выбрать специальность.
Choose specialty.
Как еще раз?
Choose.
Choose specialty, and I know what I got project management, and 3 months I study C# алгоритмы, я не уверен, как правильно сказать, and is basically knowledge. I know it, and I заново learn it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, really interesting experience too. And I think it's really good for you because in process you really understand you understand it's like for you. It's great. It's okay. Great. Okay, we can start to next question. The next question is about what are the ideas of the IT workers' working day. Nikolai, can you tell about your working day when you maybe and maybe different when you have 1 year experience, 2 year experience, and maybe it's different experience.
Okay. So in a company of Click, when I got my first job in backend development, I can say that nothing had been changed for a couple of years because I think every big company, they have their own standards how to work, and in the prevalent number of situation, it's Scrum or Kanban standards. It's agile methodology according to which teams in company try to build their processes. And if you're talking about typical day, I can say that every day you have some sort of daily meeting. The name of it is Stand Up. And there you can find a lot of discussions about what the problems have each participant of the team, each member of the team, what he or she done yesterday, and which plans for today, which results we want to achieve. And it's just for interaction between persons inside the team to understand maybe somebody could help somebody and highlight some problems maybe, or fix some time ranges, the deadlines or plans. The next one thing, the next one meeting, it's about the name of it. It is grooming or backlog refinement. And during this ceremony, during this meeting, project manager, project owner, and all other team try to discuss new possible features and try to write it down in some sort of trackers, for example in Jira, and try to create precisely described task. And after that, the next meeting, it's planning, and on the planning, project owner highlight the main task, the main goal of the sprint, and then the team try to understand which tasks should be gotten in next sprint to being done. And it's about and one more point for planning, it's about estimation of how labor, how many hours you should spend to solve it, and according to previous information about how many hours we burn during our sprint, according to past information from the past, we can estimate our amount, how many hours we could burn during next sprint. And according to that, product owner and the other members of the team try to get as much tasks as it possible, but without any unconsciousness manipulations, because sometimes it's hard to wage a struggle against business when I'm a developer and for example I have interaction with business, I mean with product owner or project manager, and they want me to do some sort of features for the next sprint, and I understand that it's more than, for example, 4 or 5 hours, that I need 30 hours for that, for example. But product owner or product manager could say something like, "Oh, please, would you be so kind to do that next sprint? I understand that we overloaded right now, but please, it's very important task." And this is the main problem between relationship between manager and developer, because developers, they always try to make some technician preparations and not to do a lot of business tasks, because it could be damaged and harmful for infrastructure, and it's always about politics. Okay, not always. I understand that sometimes it could be some sort of politics when you try to be tricky with business, or business try to be tricky with developers. So, and at the end of each sprint, after some task had been done, once per 2 weeks, we have a retro ceremony. It means that everybody from the team can say what good points we have for the last sprint, or maybe bad points which we should improve, or which we should keep in same position, in same values. And during the sprint we can have this type of another one type of ceremony. Its name is a demo, and during the demo you can show everybody the product of your job during last sprint. For example, we built a new feature and we want to show to our bosses or other visitors, other guests who come to this meeting, what we've done. And hey, have a look, we built I don't know, new map or a new page for card of stuff on our website. Please enjoy that and try to click on the button. Just have a look that everything is working, and we are good guys. So, and I think this is it, and it's a cycle process. So one sprint, it's from 2 weeks, okay, from 1 week to 1 month. It depends on the process inside the companies. And one sprint for another sprint, sprint by sprint, the same ceremonies, and it's infinite process. And during this process, we create the best products ever. This is it.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And what about here? What you say? It's really interesting process and really difficult process, sprint by sprint. But what about routine and how you tired when you get more tasks from your manager and maybe a technical specialist who support technical support maybe for developer. Maybe developer gets tasks from technical supports. Maybe I can mistake. And what about routine? And what about what must make you tired in the day, maybe in the week, and maybe in the sprint?
I think that if you're talking about routine tasks, it's maybe writing some tests. I hate writing tests if it's too much, because you understand that you need to cover some sort of cases. You need to understand which cases and corner cases you should highlight, and then make some sort of let me say monkey job, because you just copy pasting some parts of code and try to replace some parameters. And I understand that it's not about QA engineers who make it automatically, because I know that some of other specialists, if you're talking about QA automation, they make more complex tests, and not only units, it's some sort of integration also. I don't want to say something bad against QA things, but for me, I hate writing tests, but I understand that it's necessary if you want to create the good product. So then it's about bugs. I cannot say that bugs it's routine, because it depends on the type of bug, because sometimes you could have some interesting bugs, but of course if you have a lot of bugs, it means that you have less time for creating new feature creation. And I can say that routine that way, and I can say that a few months ago I had two tasks. It was big tasks to cover all of, okay, not all, but to cover a huge amount of code in my projects by unit tests, and I can say that it drained a lot of energy from me. And I thought, and I found one day that, okay, I do that for days, and I told myself that, okay, Nikolai, you had been doing that for 2 days, and according to my own estimations, you should do 2 days more for this task. And I was out of motivation, I was out of energy, and I told my technical lead that I don't want to do that anymore. Please, let's have a look into my pull request. Let's create the new task for cover another part of our code by testing. We just got this piece, which I've not done during my sprint, and I told that I need to change my context. And this is a good attitude to help yourself when you change your context. When you try to solve your task and you understand that you are out of energy, out of motivation, just change your focus to another one task, or ask somebody to help you if it's too hard for you. Okay, it's not a question. It's not a solution if you have routine task and when you understand what you should do. So I think that's only one solution. Try to change your focus. And even I know that it's a good attitude, even if you haven't done all of your tasks during your sprint, it's not a problem. It's a question of planning. It's a question of estimation of how much hours we should estimate one or other task, or maybe we make wrong planning. Because sometimes you can find new evidences of that you need to spend more time for solve some task or create new feature. For example, you have I give you an example. For example, somebody gave you the task with that you need to add new column in database, and you understand that it's very easy task. But when you started to do that, you understand that there are a lot of technical moments which you couldn't highlight it before, and you need more time. And then you can come to your manager and said something, hey man, I need more time. Please give me priorities of the tasks which I can not to do this sprint, and we can throw it to another. So as I told, it's about of planning and management of tasks during the sprint. That's all.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And it's really good advice, yes, совет, да? For if you you can change context, yes. It's really, I think it's really good advice. What about you? What about you, Anna? What about your day? How IT specialist, and maybe how you before imagine maybe what are the ideas of the IT working day before your work, and now what can you say?
Well, I'm okay with my work. You mean what was expected and reality? Yes.
Yes, when you was not in IT, and now when you work.
I am even surprised that I couldn't. I never thought that working in a company with coworkers can bring that much pleasure for me. Like I really enjoy. To be honest, now it's very like old people. It's very popular to think that you must have your own business. Like only people who run their own business, they are cool in life. Others, no. And I used to work for myself, and it's really hard. You work 24/7. You really need to work all the time. If you don't work, means like you need to promote yourself. You need to it depends which sphere. In my sphere, I needed to make content like all the time, and it really exhausted me. And I was shocked that IT job for me now it's even more easy than. Like I enjoy communication, I enjoy talking to people, but anyway, it's hard for me now because I only started, and I have one main job and one part-time job, and it's really hard when you have a lot of duties, you have like a lot of people. But sometimes I have easy days. Sometimes I have days when I can, I don't know, cook something in my kitchen or lie down near my husband. So I enjoy it really because I like it depends on your schedule. I can schedule some, but if I need to go, if I have an appointment to a doctor or someone, I can how to do it even at work time. Like I can switch some meetings to another, but just because now it's not I don't have a lot. Project manager usually have 5 projects. That's a lot. I don't have 5. I don't have 5 yet, but maybe soon when I will be overloaded, really busy, high professional, maybe it's gonna be impossible. But now sometimes I can do it, and I love this freedom. I love that I have weekends, guys. Weekends. Can you imagine 2 free days in your life? Because when you are working for yourself, you don't have weekends. There is no difference between where is your work finishes and where your private life started. But also now it's very hard. I'm really tired, exhausted, because now when you only start and you have 2 jobs, and I'm also trying to improve my English, a lot of classes of English, a lot of I'm trying to gain new knowledges, because I still don't know a lot of things. I still while working, I need all the time improve my knowledges about management, about technique, some technical background. So it's kind of hard to combine this all, also private life, home, all this stuff. But in general, I really like IT sphere. I enjoy, really. I enjoy a lot. And I never thought, I thought, okay, I am quit on my business. I'm tired. I don't want to. I want to look for a company. Okay, they want to, because company makes profit from you. You, actually, you would make more money if you wouldn't if company funds you at work and sold you for a client. Yes. And this difference, it's what companies make money for. So you kind of making someone's dreams working, you working on someone's dreams. If you're from successful books, you know this, work for yours dreams, don't work for others. I thought that working in company, it's not so good. But then I realized it's so good. You don't need to be overloaded and think too much how to promote yourself, find a job. So company gives you everything. You just need to work. Company finds you project. Company helps you if you have some issues. So I really love it. It was a surprise for me. I never thought it's going to be really a lot of pleasure, because when you only start, your salary is not high. Far away from high. And I found my pleasure not in salary but in communication, and that's I have I love my working routine. That's it.
Oh, it sounds really amazing, because I think more people who listen this event, I think will want go to IT, because Anna say it's really nice. It's really and really a great company, but it's really nice and amazing sounds, and it's really good, because. And I can understand sometimes in other spheres, you may have easy days when you have free time, and sometimes you really are tired. But what you say, guys, before about how was your day working? Now it sounds really really interesting, and sometimes hard and difficult. Okay, Alexander, what about you? How your maybe any imagination your work day? But what you said before, you don't know about IT sphere and quality assurance. Maybe you can say about your imagination before you work in IT. But if you're not, can you tell about your day now, or your work day now?
Imagination is.
I mean, how
Воображение и представление.
Sorry. Imagine, to imagine. It's about how. Представь, я просто могу неправильно сказать.
Let's imagine.
Okay.
Все нормально.
Спасибо. Let's imagine it's all the IT workers working day. What's your working day?
Okay. In first time, I check my message. I reading about new task, and that's all. After I go testing tasks from Jira, but my day is only my сам.
You're scheduled by yourself. Yeah. You are your own boss. Yes.
Или on your own.
Oh.
I create my day. I придумываю work to me, and sometimes it's so difficult because nobody can say me what I can do, and I watch tasks, and I can go testing, and I go maybe I get meet and I go meet, and maybe I testing products and I find bug and I create bug, and after I go to auto test and create new test with this bug, and it's another time I have another work, and what I want to do that I do, because very interesting to listen about how work people in a big company, because I have a small company and I only one QA engineer. Недавно we recently company gets new person on стажировка, я не уверен.
Internship.
Как еще раз?
Internship.
Internship.
Вы-то это слово знаете. Не понаслышке.
Да.
Okay. I writing in Skill Factory when I study course, and не рекоменд, а предложил.
Offer.
Proposed, ну или recommended можно тоже использовать.
Рекоменд провести стажировку. Сложно, окей, я не готовился к такому, но and after experience in стажировка, we meeting with best people in стажировка, and nearby new QA engineer come to work, and he take my routine task about its testing project. If it work, it's okay, and message with users application, and I can more time create new autotest, because I have many tasks. It's project management and QA engineering. It's all time is manual testing, and that's I want create auto tests, but I not have a time, because I have four projects in all time development, разрабатывать. Вот. And I hope this person заберет у меня часть работы. Вот. And I can and I can more time create auto test, because manual it's not enjoy. And it's routine.
If you finished, sorry, I перебила тебя.
Yes, I finished.
Okay. Do you want to work with automatization testing, and do you think about change your work, maybe change your job or company?
I think about недавно я забыл.
Сейчас его запомним.
I starting find new work, and I understand about I can work not I not worked 8 hours. Okay, I don't know who in IT work in 8 hours. I don't know nobody, and I can work maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I can find new work, and I starting. And, I don't know what I.
For part-time work? No, part-time? Да?
Maybe full time, because in IT not need to work in all day. There is work where you can testing one button is color button, and that's all your work. And maybe work when that I have. And for projects, for task, and many work, and that's difficult because некоторые person have a little work, and he have a big money. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
But
Continue.
But I work in only this company, and me very interesting listen about Nikolai, if I write, and how it's about in big company. It's so interesting.
Can I ask you first, like no one managing your time, you don't log your hours, you have, ты не логируешь время, за тобой никто не следит, там этот скрин экрана не делает, как у тестировщика.
Tracking work, it's a bad experience. I think I know there is company where you need install tracking time, and it's screenshot your window, but it's фигня. Вот. I have tracking tasks time in Jira, and myself. Или нет, не myself sum, да? Myself, and I myself creating time for tasks, but I working many time, and I think is if you more work, you get many knowledge, and you can stay, and you will be good specialist. But if you work many time, you not становишься good specialist, because you can have routine tasks, and maybe fix bug, and it's not продвижение в карьерной лестнице. Вот. But if you have new tasks, new experience, you have and then you can work 4 hours and get more knowledge, чем за 8 часов.
Okay.
Ребята, простите, меня начали сверлить внезапно, так что прошу прощения за эти неудобства. Слышно? Супер. We have last questions. I think it's for Nikolai, how experienced specialist. It's about how to overcome the competition for vacancies.
Overcome. You mean how to get as much salary as you could?
In Russian, как преодолеть конкуренцию на вакансии?
Можешь на английском вопрос повторить? How to overcome?
Она сказала
how to
Competition.
overcome the competition for vacancies.
Мне послышалось, смотри, compensation. Я такой, compensation, competition, да? Да. Хорошо. So, I want to say that the main instrument on that way is your knowledge, of course, your expertise, and your mentors, your friends, your pals from IT who can advise you and show you the most effective ways to get new skills. And I know that right now it's a lot of fake school. I can say that a lot of persons who are not professionals in their business, which about they are talking of. For example, you could be, I don't know, as example, for example, you never was a QA manual, but you create a course in that area, and I don't think that it's a good one. I think that firstly, if you are trying to find a good course, firstly, you need to ask your friends and read some reviews of some type of courses in the internet about quality of it. The second step, you should understand how much time you ready to invest in yourself, because I'm sure that it could be if you have less than 20 hours per week and you want to be a Python programmer, Python developer, because a lot of people, they invested more than 20 hours per week and they will eat you during that competition. And okay, it's not sometimes a question how much hours you could spend for yourself. It's a question of quality of these hours, and you should have some or not education of your learning. And of course, it's again about your friends from IT who can advise you. The next step, you should be in good mental health, and you should not try to solve your academic task. Let me say that with all of your energy. For example, if you want to sleep, you should go to sleep, because it's impossible to solve some tasks if you have no energy, and you should sleep at least 8 hours, and you should sleep before your job interview. Don't punish yourself. Don't try to learn everything. You need to follow your plan. If you feel bad, don't try to crucify yourself. Don't try to blame yourself. Get rest, and you can continue later. And of course, if you want to compete successfully with other people, you should go to job interviews, because I know a lot of people who had been learning for a lot of time, for years, and they've never been on job interview, and they think that they are not ready to pass a job interview, but that's not true. And I know that a lot of people, they just frightened, or they feel fear to be punished on the job interview. I know that it sounds stupid, but who afraid to go to job interview because they afraid of failures, and you shouldn't be afraid of failures, because our failures, our mistakes, the success. I had a lot of failures during my job interviews. That's why right now I have my course in Python on my YouTube channel with some specific and very hard topics, because few times during my job founding experience, during my job interviews, I had been asked by interviewer for that difficult question, and I had a lot of problems with it. So one day I understand that I need to to dig deeper in that topic, and I found a lot of interesting moments, and right now I'm really experienced in that, and I'm trying to help other people. So let's summarize it. Good. Keep your health in good conditions, physical and mental. The second one, it's that you should do you should study in good speed, in good tempo, and do it regularly. Number 3, you need to join to some sort of communities and share your ideas, share your experience, and get experience of other people. The next one step is quality control of materials which you eat by your brain during getting new knowledge, and ask your friends or people from community to advise you. I think the last one, you should go to job interview and try to compete with other candidates.
What I want to say, you if you can get invite to interview, just the first many company not invite you interview because you're not experienced. If you start, if you now start, if you're professional, but
you should be the most annoying person in their lives. If you find good vacancy, you can find human resources or recruitment specialist at LinkedIn, and you can write him or her directly, and you can create some sort of video presentation like you, for example, Daria, and say, hello, my name is Ivan Nikolai, I'm really good specialist here. You can click and go to my GitHub account, and you can find a lot of my brilliant pet projects, and I did it on my own. It's my code base. I have a lot of certificates, and then you could find that you could be highlighted from big mass of other candidates. I think it's a good reason, and really your video not video interview. Why I said video interview. A video presentation, yeah. I really enjoy your video presentation because it's some sort of original, and I shared it via my LinkedIn. And of course, I would be glad to see you on my YouTube channel. If you want, we can advertise you as a perfect specialist, as a girl who want to be this is about networking again. You should be extrovert, not introvert. You should be extrovert. You should cooperate and interact with different people. Never knows where you can find your future job.
Oh, okay. Yes, I agree with you. It's really good advice for junior specialists in generally. And yes, I agree. I'm sorry, my monitor in off. Yes, it's really good advice for junior specialists because now difficult to find first job, but I want to say now we should finish and we have no more time. And I want to say thank you so much, guys, that you now you here and Nikolai, special thank you for you. Thank you, special for you, and it's really interesting. It was really interesting discussion about really important topic now, and I want wish you a good day, a good week. They may be finished today. Yes, and
Thank you.
And productive and new week and productive and start productive new week. And thank you so much. And guys, you're really interesting person, and you're really interesting starting new junior specialist and new junior specialist, but really interesting. And thank you so much.
Thank
Okay.
you for interesting questions, organization, as always, that you bring us all together. Yes, it's very. And
Yeah.
Dasha, just say that I passed a lot of because of my work, all these duties, but I see that you progressed so much. Your English like much higher than from first session. So
Thank you.
applause. Good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Daria, for joining me here, and I wanna say the same. Like Anna told you that I'm impressed by your progress in English because you have much more less pauses between words, and it's. I feel that you are thinking in English when you speak, and that's a good mark, let me say. And you increase your level. I think because of you, a lot of people during your classes increased their level of English, and I really enjoy that you built this perfect community, and I'm ready to help you as much as I could, and I believe that you find the best job in the world.
Thank you. Thank you so much.